100 mil, but I got it once I flew in. If that don't come on money, I can't. He call me baby, so it's 200 a K with it. Carisha single and Sadiddy, he okay.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Carolina Panthers and the Cleveland Browns, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Cleveland and the newly named Huntington Bank Field, the home of the Browns. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen here in the booth. Greg, we've been around for a minute, as the kids like to say. I called your games. There are guys who you played with back in your day who are now the veteran players in the league. And we got a couple of veterans here at quarterback. What a difference it makes for a team when they come in with a guy who knows what he's doing back at quarterback.
Oh, and it really does. And remember, Mike, the only way to gain experience is to gain experience. There's no magic formula. You got to be in the fire, make mistakes, make great plays, learning lessons. The more you see, the better you get. And no position is that more magnified than in the NFL at the quarterback position. So the fact that these guys have played so many games, so many seasons, they've seen so much, that's a huge advantage for each of these teams. Now the question is, in today's matchup, who comes out on top?
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the former #1 overall pick back in the 2015 draft, former Heisman winner as well, Jameis Winston.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from their opening whistle.
On the carry, this is Nick Chubb. And it's a positive start. A gain of 5 to get things going. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
2nd and 6.
Once again, it's Chubb. First down, and more for Chubb. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
Quick throw taken in by Judy. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Winston. And this ball is intercepted by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers will take over here just shy of the 30.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. They are led out by the veteran, one they call the Red Rifle, dating back to his old days at TCU. It's Andy Dalton.
The man known around the league as the Red Rifle, and what an NFL career he's had up until this point, Mike. I mean, think back. At one point, he's the Pro Bowl quarterback routinely leading his team to the playoffs. Now, he's the experienced backup. He's bringing a lot of veteran presence to every locker room he finds himself, and one thing's for certain. When he gets a shot to play in the game, you could certainly do a lot worse than having him in your starting lineup.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On the ground, it's the rookie from UT. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. Third and 6. Dalton working from the pistol. And that's a veteran quarterback doing what veterans do. Don't take the extra hit. Got the first down, get down. The drive continues.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on third down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the first down, and then to protect himself with the slide. Well done.
Tremble comes in motion. Now the first carry for Chuba Hubbard. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Now, faking the give. Catch made right side by Thomas. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Second and 7. Now Dalton. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
They'll motion over Thielen.
3rd and 2, Andy Dalton, you gotta hurry up.
On third down,
Gotta
they'll
watch
set
it
up to
up.
throw.
Miles Garrett.
That one into the hands of Thielen. He's got it. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Dalton to throw. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. We're going to run right over center with Hubbard. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
21 is the line to gain as we hit third down. To throw is Dalton. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there that third down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
Gonna set up the screen here to Hubbard.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Shotgun snap, and they'll run. Here's Hubbard. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down. They'll run with Hubbard. He'll get a yard or 2 to the 8. 2nd and goal. Second and goal. One more time. It's Hubbard. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for 3rd and goal. Here's Dalton.
Oh. Got it.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Deontay Johnson. Touchdown, Panthers.
And it really just comes down to the protection. You're sitting there 3rd and goal. You have to give your quarterback the opportunity, Mike, to work through all of his progressions, and you need time to do it. Then it just comes down to making the right read. Touchdown.
On now, Eddie Pinheiro for the extra point. He's got it. And the Panthers will take a 7-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. To return is Naheem Hines. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Browns offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Chubb. Powerful running there, stiff-arming his way for a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. A 2nd down throw for Jameis. That's complete to Moore on the right side.
You can see the eyes eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
On 1st and 10, here's Winston. He's got his man. That's Hunter Renfrow. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
It's a really critical conversion here because after not scoring on your opening drive, you just can't afford to follow that up with a 3-and-out. So you find yourself down 7-0. Sustain this drive and at the very least, see if you can come away with some points.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll run it straight ahead with Chubb. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. That's into the hands of Judy on the right side. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Oh, shit. That's a snatch shot.
Throwing, Jameis. Right back to Judy. He's got it again. And it looks like he's going to have a 1st down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that 1st down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
On the handoff, this is Chubb. And he'll work this into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line, taken down after a gain of 5. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. The Panthers off to the early advantage. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. From the gun, Winston. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
4th down, Dustin Hopkins now for the Browns field goal. His kick is good. And the Browns are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So Hopkins now, following the made field goal, back out to send it away. On the return, it's Chuba Hubbard. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Panthers offense and Deontay Johnson getting set to get back to work. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Dalton. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. Zadarius Smith forcing his way in to bring him down.
This offense came into this drive hoping to extend their narrow lead, Mike, but instead, after first down, they find themselves in second and forever following that big sack right out of the gate.
Throwing, Dalton. He'll dump this down to Hubbard. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen.
They pick up a nice chunk play there through the air on 3rd down, but it's not quite enough to move the chains. Now the question is, how aggressive is this head coach willing to be as he tries to extend this drive?
On 4th down, the longtime special teams ace, Johnny Hecker on to punt. Nyheim Hines back deep for the Browns. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. Nick Chubb and the rest of the Browns offense set to take over again. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. To throw is Winston.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Here's a 2nd and 6. To throw, Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
A gain of 11 on that one. It's a Browns 1st down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
On 1st down, it's Winston. On throw, right side, taken by Njoku.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is to find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
On 2nd down, Winston. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Winston. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he will have enough to pick up a 1st down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
What I loved about this play, Mike, was the body language of the middle linebacker before the ball was snapped. We see so often they get antsy, they start tipping the blitz, and then the offensive line and the running back is able to pick them up. But in this case, it didn't look before the snap like he was going to come. He times it perfectly. Nobody accounted for him, and he records the sack.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Here's a handoff to Chubb. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Winston. He'll try to run for it.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
So on 4th down, the lefty, Corey Bojorquez to punt for Cleveland. Panthers have Emir Smith-Marset out for the return. And this is going to work out for him. Out of
Second
bounds,
quarter
and
already.
they'll mark it inside the
6 minutes
10.
for
Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. They'll motion over Thielen. Now it's Dalton. The rush gets there. He goes down back inside the 5-yard line.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
A give up the middle, it's Hubbard. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. And long. Another run here with Hubbard. Now is the punt team for the Panthers, as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. On the return, it's Hines, and he'll get forward a few yards on the return, and that's where the offense will take over. The Browns offense getting set to get back to work. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. First and 10. On play action, Winston. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll go play action. It's Winston. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him, and will bring up third down.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I would be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
Finding room at midfield. Give him 13 on that screenplay, and a first down.
We see this week in and week out, Mike, these running backs in today's game, they really have the skill set of a wide receiver. So if you're going to guard him one-on-one, and you know the offense is going to use him in the passing game, you better have that guy. You better have that matchup guy that you're confident to put on him and say, okay, you're going to go out there in space and defend a receiver like this. And after plays like that, I'm not sure how much more man coverage they can afford to play.
Left side, he's got Njoku. That was not what they were hoping for. He's going to go out of bounds behind the line. A loss on that one.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end.
On second down, Chubb. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. And he will be taken down, but not before he gets to the Browns' 19-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards.
Explosive plays. Teams understand just how valuable they are in regards to the ability to score points. Typically, they come through the air, Mike. In this case, they got it on the ground. Now they find themselves inside the red zone.
They face second down and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Chubb. It'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes third down. They'll try and run it here, and it's Chubb. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. And it sets up fourth down.
That's a great job defensively. The goal of every defense in the NFL is to accomplish one of two
Trying to
things.
get that touchdown, but couldn't do it.
Force field goals. In this case, the big third down stop is most likely going to lead to the latter. Really nice job there in the red zone.
76.
2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Browns are back within 1. It's 7-6.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So Hopkins now, following the made field goal, back out to send it away. Raheem Blackshear on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Panthers offense ready to get back to work. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Dalton working from the pistol. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and Frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Now Dalton. As he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
He's got his man complete to Johnson. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot. 2 minutes to play in a tight one-point game in this first half. We'll have more from Cleveland after this. To throw is Dalton. That's right side, taken in by Tremble.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll come up now for second down and 4. Dalton to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Deontay Johnson, the intended target there. And third down coming up.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
A gain there of 11. It's good for a Panther first down.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
The motion man is Johnson. Here's Dalton. Catch made by Thielen. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. They'll look to throw yet again. They'll set up the screen into Hubbard. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal for his team. They'll motion the tight end, Thomas.
What, first time out?
They'll look to throw again.
Dalton. Got him. Drop it.
Hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late. It's probably a touchdown.
Back to the air one more time.
2 seconds left. Oh, that's money.
That is
Touchdown just like that.
And he'll take it on in. Chuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Carolina. Now Pinheiro to add on the extra point. It's up and through. Panthers will take a 14-6 lead. Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. Chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense and their star running back, Nick Chubb, set to take over once more. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Winston. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. A second down throw for Jameis. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. 2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage, and it sets up 4th down.
Still 3rd down.
The penalty yardage certainly helps. Now it's 3rd down, and they need 5. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. And he's going to be taken down, but there are flags down on the field. Looks like defense got a head start there.
Automatic 1st down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, Winston. That's into the hands of Judy on the right side. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
That penalty is declined.
They'll come up here 1st and 10. To throw, here's Winston. He's got his...
A touchdown!
That's Njoku. And he's going to take it into the end zone. It's a touchdown. There is a penalty marker down, but it looks like this one's going to hold up.
penalty is declined.
Dustin Hopkins now to add the extra point. The kick here is good. Add one more point, and that takes us to the end of the first half.
All right, Michael, thanks very much as we welcome you into our downtown Orlando studios and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter three begins. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Panthers offense and their back Chuba Hubbard set to come back on the field. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the top conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. Tremble comes in motion. Dalton. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
On second down, a run with Hubbard. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
Throwing, Dalton. That one complete to Leggett. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Hubbard. And to pick up 3 or maybe 4. That was Jordan Hicks who got him down. Here now, 3rd and 5. They'll motion the tight end, Thomas. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
You find yourself trailing coming out of the halftime break. Your defense is going to start on the field. And, man, what a great way to get this half started. Keep this game within one possession, get the ball back to your offense, and see what they can do.
Hunting time for the Panthers, set to kick this one away. That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start just inside the 20-yard line. The Browns offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. The deficit is 1, as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Moore going in motion. They look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. And he's out of bounds, very close to the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive. So from the 39, they come up on first and 10. Here's Chubb. Can he get away? No, he's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Once again, it's Chubb. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
On third down, they go with Chubb. And he's across midfield, and more importantly, he's got the first down at the 49-yard line.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this third and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
Moore going in motion. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Throwing on second down, Winston. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Out of the gun, it's Winston.
Hey, James, what's going on the pocket? What are you doing?
In trouble, and down he goes.
What, if the offensive linemen had the same level of fight and effort that the quarterback did, they wouldn't be in this situation. It's a shame because that individual effort went a long way towards extending that play, and it still ended up resulting in a sack.
You gotta, come on. Bench, come on.
Daring call on fourth down.
Throw the ball,
Does
James.
not work out.
Curse the fucking ball.
And it results in a turnover on down.
Fucking ball.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on fourth down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on fourth down.
Set to go now on first and 10. Now it's Dalton. That into the hands of Hubbard. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
They'll motion over Thielen. He'll look to throw. Open man is Johnson. He's got him. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Tremble comes in motion. He'll drop to throw. It's to the right side and corralled by Thielen. And he's going to be run out after a gain of about 6, but that'll be good enough for a first down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Now Dalton. This one to the tight end, Tremble. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Off the play fake.
Oh, you got lucky. Oh.
A dive and a catch. Incredible. What a pickup, a gain of 18. And it sets up first and goal.
Doesn't it seem like that every time we see a highlight reel catch, they love showing the wide receivers and the running backs, but let's give a little love to the big tight end. I mean, what an athletic play. Understanding that ball was down and away, you've got to lay out to secure it, and not only is he able to get his hands under it and catch it initially, but he's able to survive the ground, and that's a big-time play.
Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the plane, but a real solid gain on first and goal. Now here's second and goal. They're trying to run it. It's Hubbard. And he will power his way into the end zone. Chuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Panthers. He had the touchdown catch earlier. This time he takes it in on the ground. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Extra point by Pinheiro is good. And the Panthers extend the lead to 8. It's 21-13. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro away. On the return, it's Jerome Ford. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. We'll go play action. It's Winston. And he will take this one in. 73 yards. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish